Hello, what do you think of when you hear this term nuclear waste disposal? Is the first thing that comes to your mind this? Or this? Would you be concerned about your health and safety if your government is setting up a nuclear waste disposal site near your home? If you said yes to all these questions, don't worry, you are not alone. Many people share the same sentiments too, and here's what you should know so that you can make a better decision. Firstly, what is nuclear waste? Nuclear waste contains unstable atoms which break down, and radiation is released in the process. There are three types of nuclear waste. Firstly, low-level nuclear waste such as clothing and tools used in nuclear plants and medical services. Intermediate-level nuclear waste such as resins and fuel claddings used in nuclear plants. And lastly, high-level nuclear waste, which is the spent nuclear fuel from nuclear power plants. It is highly radioactive and thus requires safe disposal. Meet Bill, who has kindly agreed to assist us in our explanations. Bill has a terrible body odor. Bill represents these unstable atoms, and his body odor is the radiation the atoms release. After some time, all the unstable atoms will have broken down, and the material no longer releases radiation. This is much like Bill undergoing treatment to eliminate the body odor, but this treatment takes time. The levels of nuclear waste are like the severity of body odor Bill has. The more severe his body odor, the harder and therefore longer it takes to treat his body odor. Experts all agree that safe long-term disposal will be to use geological repositories. So what are geological repositories and how does the disposal work? The spent nuclear fuel are put into glass or synthetic minerals, which serves to ensure that the radioactive material do not escape. This is like putting all the bills into houses so they stay there and do not wander and stain the streets. The glass is then stored in leak-proof stainless steel containers so that none of the dangerous radioactive material would leak out of the containers. This is like building a stainless steel wall around the entire city of houses. To prevent further corrosion by water, impermeable clay called bentonite clay surrounds the containers. This is like painting the wall with an anti-rust coating to prevent water from rusting the wall. These containers are buried underground in deep caverns. This is why it's called the geological repositories. You can imagine this as having the entire city of Bills underground. Once there, the waste would require storage of a few thousand years before they would lose all their radioactivity and become normal rocks. These underground repositories require some considerations, so only certain places are suitable. Places which are considered should not have natural hazards such as earthquakes or man-made hazards such as chemical explosions. Geological repositories are very safe storage facilities for radioactive waste, as there will be no leakage of radioactive materials and contamination of the environment. Wait a minute, but what has all this to do with nuclear weapons or nuclear meltdowns? Exactly, it has nothing to do with it. This is a very common misconception. To be explosive, nuclear weapons uses much more highly concentrated material than nuclear waste, which is not explosive. As for nuclear meltdowns, it is due to the failure of cooling systems while actively burning fuel. Nuclear waste do not produce as much heat and does not require such cooling systems, as there is no risk of a meltdown. Now that you know more about nuclear waste disposal, please support efforts for safe disposal of nuclear waste. This will make everybody's life safer.